This show is going to be all about jazz with Gianni Lito. Thank you so much for coming on from Black Rock, which is in Bridgeport. You're a jazz musician at the age of 19. Okay, so you have your electric guitar with you, and we're going to hear that in just a moment. But how did you start playing the guitar? How old were you?
I started in 2nd grade, I would say. I kind of just picked it up. One of my buddies actually played the piano, and he was like, "Oh, you should pick up guitar, and you know, we could make a band and stuff like that." Was that an acoustic
guitar you picked up
No,
first?
I picked up an electric guitar right away.
So how did somebody in the family play music that you?
My grandpa played the double bass, and he knows how to play trombone and stuff. And then my great uncle is a jazz pianist, but they weren't, like, I knew they played, but I'd never really seen it, you know, at that age.
Were they pretty famous back in the day, or?
I mean, they played around, you know. My uncle still plays around with people today, you know. But it wasn't, like, I didn't know, you know. I'd always seen instruments in their houses and stuff, but they never played in front of me and stuff like that. But my aunts and my uncles, they love classic rock and stuff.
Are you from a big Italian family?
Yeah.
How big?
I think I'm like 3rd generation, so I have a 101-year-old great-grandmother that's still alive. And then my mom, I have my grandma, and then my grandma had 3 sisters. So then I have 2 cousins with 2 girl cousins, and then I have 4 other cousins.
So they're all coming out to hear you play.
Yeah.
Now we want to brag about you a little bit, because you just got into the Berklee School of Music.
Yeah.
And you told me that you're kind of pinching yourself like, oh my gosh, this is, I did it.
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Because you were looking at other schools.
Well, I was looking at other schools, but last year when I was a senior in high school, I actually got rejected from every school that I auditioned at. And so I took the year off to work.
You went to Fairfield Prep.
I went to Prep, and then from Prep, I didn't make it into any music schools. And so I took the year off to practice and, you know, take lessons with jazz musicians, because I was with blues and rock guys before that. And, I mean, it paid off, because I had...
Berklee, you think?
I had Berklee, the new school. I had a school in New Orleans, too. All, you know, accepted me, and a year ago, I didn't even get looked at by any of them, you know?
So you persevered.
Yeah.
Who told you that you have a lot of talent?
I don't...
How old were you when somebody said,
I mean,
I think you have talent?
My uncle they always put it in my brain. My family just always put it in the brain. It's like, if you love to do something, don't ever stop it. That's pretty much all I think, and it's like, you know, I really love just to, like, make music. So it was like, when that happened, it was kind of like crushing, but it was really motivating to have that saying, like, oh, you're not good enough. But I didn't take it as a no forever. I took it as a no right now.
Good for you.
So I really worked a lot over the past year, you know, and tried to get into those schools. But
which you did do. Okay, let's listen to a little bit of what you do with your band.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Influences. Who are you influenced by? I mean, because John Mayer, you know, born in Bridgeport, went to Fairfield High School. Fairfield Ward now, I guess it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he went. I know it's Fairfield, it's Ward or Ludlow, but I'm not sure which one. But blues influences, it's really, you know, him is a big one. One of my old teachers was his teacher for a while, so I think I got a lot of his stylistic from taking lessons with his old teacher, but he's one of my, like, really main influences, and then it branches out.
Just because he's from the same area, or you just like his style?
I don't know, his style, like, speaks to me somehow. Like, it's not really blues, but it's bluesy. Like, I really love anything that has a sense of blues in it. Like, there's jazz songs that I really won't listen to.
Like?
Well, I don't know the names because I don't listen to them because I won't listen to them.
That's a good answer, yeah.
They're not bluesy enough for me. You know, if someone doesn't really have a groove or feel, I tend to turn it off because it just doesn't get my foot
So was
tapping.
it always jazz for you even?
No.
No.
No. I was like dead set on playing like Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B. King, like John Mayer. Like a year ago today, I was like, I'm just going to play blues and that's it. And I was pretty good at just playing regular, you know, blues standard songs. But jazz is a whole different animal to play. But after I got rejected from the schools, I got new teachers and started playing jazz. And then I really got into jazz and I really like playing
That's kind of
jazz.
old school. I mean, you're only 19. It's kind of, are you an old soul, do you think?
I consider myself, I mean, when I'm in the car with my friends, it's kind of, I tend to be the one that gets to put the music on, but I also am the one that gets the most criticized for what music I put on because, I mean, I could sit there for hours and listen to guys like Oscar Peterson and Ray Charles, but my friends can't, you know, they can listen to one song.
So they don't quite get you, right?
They started to get me when I pointed out and I kind of ruined almost some modern songs to them.
Right.
Once I ruined them, you know, for them, then they were like, we should have listened to him all along. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
All right, so you're not a top 40 guy.
No, not modern top 40, like 60s top 40 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would, you're going to play a little bit of stuff for us. Can you do a little John Mayer, how he would attempt to play a song?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have his, I really like his Continuum album, and that's got like 2 of my favorite songs ever on it. So you have Gravity, where he's really like, yeah, I mean, it's really like spacey and almost like, you want it to sound bluesy, but you have to have that soul in it too, you know?
Well, I'm watching your face as you're playing.
Yeah.
Where do you go when you're playing? Where are you?
I just try and feel it. That's really it. I find my best playing is when I just forget about everything and just feel it out. It's kind of a hard to explain thing, but like once you play enough, you get like emotion or physically and like mentally connected with the instrument. And I've had times where I've been up playing a song and my eyes just shut and I just go into like autopilot.
That's a good thing though, right?
Yeah, it's really like, it's an unreal experience to almost like, it's really unreal. Like, it's hard to explain.
Well, it's a passion.
You know, yeah.
So what happens if you get as famous as John Mayer?
Oh, I would love if that happened, but...
But you got to get, I mean, he has got a lot of swagger.
Yeah,
right?
he does.
So have you developed kind of your style on stage yet?
I'm working on it still. I haven't played big enough venues. I usually play like venues where I'm background music, you know? So it's really hard because like you have to alter your playing styles where I've been on gigs where I've been really feeling it and I go for it and then I've been asked to turn down because it's like, you got too loud and I'm like,
well, hopefully at Berklee they're going to let you go for it. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so you don't write your own music yet, but you plan to.
I plan to, yeah.
If you were writing stuff, what kind of stuff are you going to write?
It'd probably be like...
Give me a different style from John.
I mean, you have that one where it's like, that's kind of like a happier song, you know, and it's talking about like, I mean, the lyrics-wise, it's about like things holding you down, you know, which is why I think I connect to it a lot, because
Can you sing?
I
You're
can,
working
but
on
I'm
it?
working on it.
Okay, so
it's
you're
a work
working
in
on big
progress.
venues, you're working on singing.
Yeah.
Give me a little more up-tempo stuff. Can be anybody.
Let's see. You got Stevie Ray Vaughan as a...
Go for it. Do you have trouble memorizing things, or
I just make it up.
You just make it up.
Yeah, I mean, I take off guidelines, you know, of like the form of the song, but everything else is usually just improvised over whatever I feel at the moment.
Jazz, right?
Yeah, it's really just feeling it out.
Favorite song to play? Do you have one?
Oh.
Or some? A few?
It's probably it's a John Mayer song,
Well,
just
go
because
for
I'm
it.
good at that.
I mean,
but
he's pretty popular.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, you go somewhere, and I can just see.
Yeah.
things. All right, give us one more lick, and then we'll wrap things up. And give it all you got.
Yeah. Let's see. I would play. Can I do some jazz? Actually?
Of course.
This is actually my audition song.
Beautiful. And that guitar?
Oh, this is a Gibson ES335. It's probably blues players, probably one of their top wanted list on a guitar.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I hope someday you open for John Mayer, because you deserve to. And all the luck in the world, Gianni.
Thank you.
At the Berklee School of Music, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
if Walter's right here, then who else is missing? Got a little sidetracked to find myself wishing to find the keys to the door, but it's also a metaphor. Need to keep locked in the grocery store of my mind. Just to save time, skip right ahead to the last ride.